are going to be doing vegan Vietnamese pork. So for as long as I've been a vegan, I've sort of been mystified by vegan meats. Sometimes I buy them at the supermarket, but I have no idea like how to make them, what's in them. So I decided to go and get some wheat gluten and soy flour and just like different things that I read in the ingredient lists of vegan meats, and I play around with the different textures, and I just think it's so cool and like so novel. Back to the recipe for this week. I've taken kind of your basic Vietnamese pork marinades. I ended up grilling this meat as well, and the flavor is just so on point. So I can't wait to show you guys this recipe, so let's head over to the kitchen and then let's get started. Okay, so I'm going to start off with wheat gluten. This is something that you can find in most supermarkets, and it's basically just the protein molecule of the wheat plant. So I'm going to put in about 1 cup of gluten, and then to that I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of yeast. Now yeast is going to just kind of provide that nice like base savory flavor. I think I also added 1 teaspoon of garlic powder in as well, and you just want to mix that around to make sure that the nutritional yeast is mixed throughout. And then to that I'm going to add a 1/2 cup of vegetable broth along with 1 tablespoon of soy. So just mix all of those liquid ingredients around. And you actually, initially I started off with just this beater, but it's good to switch to the dough hook because it's going to get this a lot better. So you just want to mix that around for a good like 3 minutes. Basically, the more you work gluten, the more structure it's going to have. So it's going to be tougher, but in the sense that you want meat to be tougher. So about 3 minutes there. And then while you just put that aside, when it's done, you're going to prepare the rest of the sauce. So here I have about 1 cup of sliced lemongrass, and then to that 1 small shallot all diced up, and then about 4 cloves of garlic minced, and about 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil. This actually makes a lot of marinade. I would almost say like 2 times the amount of seitan that I'm making, so you can save that for, you know, other meats that you want to marinate as well. So a 1/4 cup of that vegan fish sauce that keeps on giving, and then about 3 to 4 tablespoons of brown sugar. If you have palm sugar, that's going to be even better because it's a little bit less sweet, and it's a fairly sweet marinade. So to balance that off, you want to put in about 2 teaspoons of soy sauce, and then about a 1/4 cup, so maybe like 4 tablespoons or so of lime juice. But this is one of those marinades where you want to taste. Like if you like it more sour, if you like it more sweet, those are things that you have to adjust. And even right now you can put some salt in it. So this is what the gluten ends up looking like, the seitan ends up looking like. So I'm just going to put it onto a flat plate because I'm actually going to steam it right now. But before I do, I'm just going to put the marinade over it. I think I let it rest for about 15 minutes before I started steaming it, just to make sure that it would kind of soak up all of that good flavor. And like I said, you don't have to use all of the marinade. There is actually a fair amount, but later on we're going to use some of it for basting. So I have the heat on about medium high. You do want the steam to be continually rolling. So I'm just gonna put it into a steamer basket and then steam this guy for a good 45 minutes. It does take a fair amount of time just because it's a big blob of dough, but afterwards it's all nice like this. And you can definitely tell the difference between when it was a dough before because it was super soft to when it's cooked, because it definitely has some spring and it's definitely, you know, kind of harder and more meat-like. So I let it cool a little bit right before I sliced it, and so I'm just gonna slice it into small slices like so, just like how I would want my meats or whatever I'm going to be putting it on. So just about, I would say like 1/2 inch, maybe a little bit thinner slices like so. And then you guys can kind of see the middle part is actually not raw. It's just a different color because the marinade has kind of permeated the outside. So this guy is not done yet. This is what's going to give the Vietnamese meat its nice like grilled porky flavor. So I'm just gonna put it over a stovetop grill, a little bit of oil on, you know, pretty high heat. And what I just want is about, I'd say about 3 minutes each side. And it's going to have those nice grill marks, but it's also going to give that nice grilled flavor as well. And interestingly, with this seitan, kind of when it does heat up, or if you guys are going to reheat it and put it back into the microwave, it does get a lot softer. An important part to this grilling stage is because the middle sometimes doesn't get a lot of that flavor. You want to be basting it on both sides, and even at the end, if you have some of that extra sauce, feel free to just toss it in that sauce because it's going to provide a really nice flavor, and then it's also going to help with the caramelization as well. So at the end, I have a bowl of rice, and then just usually it's just some cucumbers, some extra vegetables like carrots, and so I'm just gonna put on my seitan and then kind of decorate it. So I have some cilantro along with some peanuts as well. I'm just gonna sprinkle that right through so that it looks really nice and pretty. And then finally, a classic kind of slice of lime, and that really just picks up all of the flavors and brightens everything and makes it nice and amazing. I have to say that grilling the meat actually brought out so many more flavors, and it helped caramelize some of the sauce as well. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe. I thought it was pretty cool to make our first time vegan meats. Maybe next time we can try to make tassu or something. As usual, if you want to see more recipes like this, remember to hit that like and subscribe button, and I will see you guys again next time. Bye!